New video shows what is left of a house after it collapsed and went right into the sea. This happened in Rodanthe at the Outer Banks. WRAL's climate change reporter Liz McLaughlin is here now. And Liz, we've watched several homes fall into the water recently.
That's right. Officials say Rodanthe has one of the highest erosion rates on the East Coast and is accelerating. A video of this home washing into the ocean 2 years ago went viral. That's just one of half a dozen houses in the area to collapse in the past 4 years. Cleanup crews picked up the soggy pieces of a house today in the Outer Banks.
This area along the seashore, erosion has been occurring for many years. Also, sea level rise may be exacerbating the issue.
After the unoccupied home collapsed into the sea overnight.
As the erosion rates increase in this area, I hate to say it's not anything that's new. It's not anything that's surprising. It's just an unfortunate circumstance.
6 homes have fallen into the waters off the Cape Hatteras Seashore since 2020. 4 of the houses collapsed within a 13-month time period, including 2 on the same day.
Probably is an economic, downturn to it when, people see a houses collapse on the beach. It's not necessarily desirable to come, to an oceanfront community while the cleanup's occurring.
As the National Park Service and a contractor hired by the homeowner are working to clean up the mess, a 1-mile stretch of beach in Rodanthe is closed, with more closures possible.
I believe in the coming days that we'll have a bunch of the bulk of the debris picked up, but the debris has traveled to the north by at least a mile at this point, maybe more.
The National Park Service has been able to purchase 2 homes to remove them. Dare County says they're trying to get funding for beach renourishment and homeowner assistance to move structures back, but have so far been unsuccessful. And tomorrow morning, volunteers are invited to assist in cleanup efforts from 8 to 11:30 a.m. Volunteers can meet at the Rodanthe Pier, and officials encourage thick-soled footwear to avoid any nails that may have washed up on shore.
Liz, just real quick, nobody was living in these houses, right?
That's right. It was unoccupied. About 2 years ago, they saw it started to settle, and there are more structures under threat right now, Deborah.
Liz, thank you.